So today on Stool Talk, we're honored to have a very special guest. This one I've been waiting for. When you impact kids' life and when you a basketball player and you do more than just play basketball, great student athlete, great scorer, gonna really leave a legacy behind after she leaves the game of basketball. All conference. Like she's one of the best around. She can score, she can defend, she can do it all, and the kids love her. They look up to her, they want to go to her games, and they say, Sammy, hey, she a flat out scorer. When I talk to Coach Nikki McCoy, she say, hey, she's a straight baller. Today we have with us Miss Sammy Mikonowicz. How you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, yeah. So how did this journey in basketball start with you? What grade were you in when you first started playing? Was basketball even your first sport?
I don't think basketball is my first sport. I think I started, I'm gonna say probably soccer or t-ball or something, somewhere along that. I remember playing baseball of some sort. Basketball though, I'd always played it like in the driveway with the neighbors. With my dad, I got to beat up on him quite a few times. So, but I think I started playing like games and stuff probably fifth grade, like on a team,
Yeah.
and then kind of just quickly found my love for it, and here we are.
Yeah, what do you love about it?
I think I just like the competitiveness. And then obviously there's little things that go with it, like it's an indoor sport, you don't have to worry about that. But just how competitive it is. It's constantly there's something happening, you're scoring. Some other sports that I played, it just got to be too slow. Soccer was a little too slow for me. Like I couldn't play 90 minutes and only have one goal. Like that's just no fun. I want to score some points. I need some action. But mostly just it's a team sport then, brings you together with a bunch of people. There's lots of reasons I love it and lots of reasons it's gotten me where it has.
Yeah, when did you start to see your game elevate and kind of take off? Was it when you was at Rossford or before then?
Oh, I was like it was definitely Rossford. I think confidently from myself, not until like junior year of high school. Other
Okay.
people saw it, but I just felt like I was out there with some go-go gadget arms and didn't feel confident in my game at all until probably junior year. So it's definitely a little bit later compared to what I feel like a lot of people are doing these days, but it worked.
Yeah, were you at Rossford with Cameron Gaston or you older than him?
He was in my grade. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so from Rossford, what led you to the University of Toledo and how was that recruiting process for you?
Actually, my recruiting process is different than most. I knew I wanted to stay home from school or home for school. I was definitely a homebody. I didn't like going far, being away from my family and stuff. And so lots of coaches kind of caught on to that. And slowly, I feel like I had less and less people talking to me. So I kind of just was settled. The fall of my senior year, I was like, I'm just going to go to Owens Community College. It's down the road from my house. I knew I could pay for it myself and play basketball. And then right around like March, end of February, March, Coach Cullip had reached out and came to some of my games. We started talking, and then it was during COVID. I think we had like a Zoom call like this, honestly, something. And she said she didn't have any scholarship spots, but she said she could offer me a walk-on spot. And so, kind of with the help of my family, just decided like might as well take a chance, like the chance to play at Division 1 level after you were dead set on going just JUCO to be able to stay home. So I knew I could stay home still and go there. And then after some summer workouts and like a week or two of um, workouts when I got there and school started in August, a scholarship spot had opened up and they were able to offer me a scholarship. And it's been the best thing I could ask for. So I'm very grateful.
That must have took faith, believing in yourself, believing in it. Because, like you said, you could have just went to Owens, been scoring, been
Yep.
just balling, but saying, "Look, I'm gonna just bet on myself and go." Wow, that's amazing. What would you say to the up and coming like seniors and people that's looking for schools, and things like that, and want to know what should they be looking for or what should they, kind of go after, in their process?
Um, I think the biggest thing that I've noticed is like you want to be comfortable with the people you're with. Um, you're gonna be with those people so much. Like when season starts, you're with them for most of your days. You go home and sleep, and you come back and you do it again. And so you want to make sure you're happy with the people you're with, including coaches, players, training staff, any type of person you might encounter. You want to make sure that it's a good place to be and a good school all around. And even the academic side of it. Um, don't let don't let sports like dictate who you are. Like you're more than an athlete.
Yeah.
You're a person outside of sports. You have to make sure you spend time like doing something beside your sport. Like you love it, but like it can be a lot, and you just have to take a step back and like remind yourself who you are without that sport. Like you're a person without the sport. Your sport isn't you. Um, and so just finding a place where that is okay, and then people that like surround you and make you better, but also you are comfortable and happy to be around them.
Yeah. How has your experience been at the University of Toledo playing basketball?
It's been great. I'm better than I could imagine. Like looking back on it, about to start my 5th year. Looking back on it, like couldn't have imagined the way it's been. I love my teammates, love the coaches, old coaches, new coaches. It's been, I don't know, the fans at Toledo are amazing. So they make it like 10 times better to just play because you feel that energy from them.
Yeah.
Um, but it's definitely been a huge blessing, and I'm very, very thankful for it.
Where did you get the number 33? Was that a number given to you, or what goes in with your number 33?
So there's nothing special to it. And when I started, it was in 4th grade. I just grabbed a jersey. It was 35, and I was like, okay, 35, whatever. Stuck with it for those years, and then I think I even had it for AAU. And then I got to high school, and they didn't have a 35, or someone had it. I forget. And the next closest thing was 33, and I was like, all right, that's cool. Like I'll take 33. So I just stuck with it. I don't have a special reason for it, but it works.
Yeah. And then I'm at the University of Toledo starting your first year up until now. You're racking up points. You're racking up like almost 1,100 every year. You in great company with some great lady Rockets that didn't been there. Like, how has that been? Like, what's been some of your favorite highlights? Like, what's a moment that stick out?
There's quite a few moments. I think the top moment would probably be so many. I gotta pick a few. Going back to back to back for our conference, that's been amazing. Beating Michigan both at their place and at our place has been amazing. And then I think winning the MAC tournament my junior year, that was like a just a surreal experience to go to the NCAA tournament. Not many people get to say that.
Yeah.
And then through it all, my family's been able to go to all that stuff, so that's very exciting. And then personally, like a personal accomplishment, I'm looking to get more rebounds this year. I'm like this close to being the top rebounder. So that's kind of one thing I'm shooting for. And then I have tied for most rebounds in a game, so I'm pretty proud of that. Just at my size, I'm not the most like the biggest one out there, but just being able to read where the ball is going to fall and then snag down all those boards.
And that takes a special skill set to do that.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I like it because it's not your size that matters. It's just a matter of getting in the right position and then reading it. So kind of shows you that anybody can do it. You don't have to be 6'5" to do it. Like anybody can
Yeah.
go out there and do it.
Yeah. What challenges have you faced at UT, whether it's on the court or off the court? How did
I
you
think
overcome
the first thing was kind of like time management and just that first freshman year, learning how to balance school, homework, family time if you want it, and then practice, recovery. Practice might only be 2 hours a day, but that doesn't factor in like time you got to get there beforehand and then time you stay after for recovery or treatment if you need it with the trainers.
it?
So time management was one of the biggest things. And then on the court, I think freshman year was just a giant learning curve for everyone. We didn't really have a true five our freshman year. So our biggest person out there was 5'11", like just a couple inches taller than me. And so
Oh,
we went through a lot. Like our transition from freshman year to sophomore year was definitely very different. And that year was just the game is so much faster going from high school to college. Um, but now, like looking back on it, it slows down as you go. It's just that transition is definitely quick. So that was probably one of the biggest challenges, I'd say.
yeah. What do you want your legacy to be at the University of Toledo?
Turn that off. Legacy. I think just the hard worker, like a humble hard worker. I don't like to brag on myself too much. Like I just want to go out there and win games, be successful, and then do it with people you love being surrounded by. So I feel like that's kind of the legacy I want to leave. And then just for like the little kids out there, like showing them that you don't have to be the biggest, fastest, strongest, tallest, whatever. Um, you can do it. You just got to put your heart to it, your mind to it. I went from being a walk or no D1 offers to a walk on to starting all the games. Like, so you can do whatever you put your mind to. So just kind of being known for how gritty and hardworking I was, um, and doing whatever you need to do to get it done.
And you're so humble because you're a record breaker. You got to say that too. Don't leave that out, Sammy. You are the record breaker, record holder, all of that. We speaking it out. How would you describe the culture and the team dynamic up there?
Our culture is phenomenal. I think that's a big reason why we're so successful. Um, I feel like we just get along with each other on the team very well. We get along with the coaches very well. It's just if you have that good culture, it's truly like a testament to what you can do on the court. Um, and just kind of everybody is no one's selfish, I guess. Like we're always trying to get the best shot and not like, oh, I need to get this bucket. Like, no, like if someone else is open, like they get the ball, like, and then just celebrating each other. Um, it's kind of funny. We have recruits come on visits and they ask us like, oh, how's the culture? And like when we tell them like we don't have any problems in the locker room, like we're cool, and they're like shocked by it. And we're like, no, like we're being serious. Like we all just get along. We're one big family. Like it's where you want to be. So
Yeah, what are your future aspirations after graduating from UT? Are you going to further your basketball career or
I'm not really sure yet. It's crossed my mind a few times. I think it'd be a little harder for me. Like just, I mean, I'm a homebody for a reason. I'm where I'm at for a reason. So that would definitely be like a big step. But I have thought about it because the idea of like being completely done with basketball, like I just don't know if I'm ready for that yet. Been playing it for so long and it's so fun that I'm not sure if I'm there yet. But if I don't do that, I'm an early childhood education major, so some sort of teaching or coaching of some sort. Um, kind of the door's open. I'm not really 100% sure yet, but I enjoy being around kids, working with kids. So somewhere in that direction, if basketball doesn't continue.
yeah, what advice would you have for young athletes coming up who aspire to be great like you or even to get close to where you at?
Yeah, for sure. I think kind of like I had mentioned, just don't compare yourself to others is the first thing. Do what you can do. One second. My dog is going crazy. There she is. That. Um, kind of just doing what you can do, and being responsible for what you're doing on the court. Um, only you can determine like if you're putting in a good amount of work. Someone might go spend 2 hours on the court and you only spend 30 minutes, but like if those 30 minutes were hard 30 minutes, like game like situation, then it's not really about the time. It's just about how much effort you put in. Um, and then the biggest thing after that, I would say remembering who you are, not only like, yes, the basketball player, but outside of that. I think you can get so stuck up in the sport itself, and it's
Yeah.
important to have the time away from it so you still don't lose the love for the sport. But I don't know. I feel like I'm a big, I'm a person that had to go through that. Like I just worked for what I got. It wasn't like I was getting all these offers and I got to pick. Like I went where I went and I had to work my way up and it proved to work out so anybody can do it.
Yeah, what are you doing before the games to get yourself ready? You listening to music? Do you just be quiet?
I'm not too much like I have a routine, but it's not anything like crazy like listening to music or anything. I just get to the gym, put my uniform on, I go to the training room, I use heat, and then I roll out and do some stretching. And then I'll go out to the court and I'll shoot for a little bit. And then at about like, what is it? I think 60 minutes, I go sit on the bench, I get some Gatorade, and I drink some Gatorade. And then we start stretching at like 55 minutes left. So I'll go back out. But I feel like in that time where I go get a drink, kind of just sit there, think about the game plan, think about what we need to do. I'll watch the other team shoot. Um, Sometimes some fans will talk to you, so I'll say hi. But I don't have a like certain thing I do before every game. I don't know. I just never had one and never got one. I'm not big. My earbuds fall out of my ears, so I was like, I don't want to listen to music. And then I got to remember to take my phone back to the locker room. So I was like, nah, I don't need to do that. So nothing crazy, but it works.
Yeah. How important is the support from your family, your friends, and the Toledo community?
Oh, it's huge. Our fans are incredible. I mean, you look at women's basketball and how often you get a crowd that big, and to be top 30 in the country in attendance every year, like you can feel the energy, and it makes it so much more fun. Like
Yeah.
you can just play off of their energy, and then having my family and friends there, that means the world. I mean, they've been there to cheer me on since I was little, and to just continue to have their support. And they always tell me that it's more stressful to be in the stands, and I'm like, I don't know if it's that much more stressful. Like, okay, but so they love it, and I know they're super proud of me, so it just means a lot.
Yeah. Do you do you still have shirts available? Will you have more shirts? What would you have paraphernalia for next year coming out? Because I seen the
Um,
Sami shirts, which I thought them was sweet too.
they were cool. I got one myself, and it's kind of nice, but I feel weird sometimes wearing my own shirt. I'm like, wait a minute, that's me on me. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to reach out and talk to I forget who it is, but I'll have to look into it. I'm hoping so because that was awesome. They should have at least. I'm sure we'll do like the Toledo ones and then 33 Mikonowicz on the back. So I'm sure we'll get those at least, but I'll have to check about the other ones because those were pretty cool. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, yeah. Last couple questions, I get you out of here.
Good.
Anything that comes to your mind, could you speak something positive to the youth?
Positive to the youth. Oof. I feel like the little ones. I don't even know if they'll be watching, but like, just have fun. Enjoy what you're doing. Don't put too much stress on yourself, and don't start. I don't know. I'm a big thing. Don't start your sports too early. Like they don't need to be that competitive in third grade, fourth grade. Like you can work at it, but like enjoy it too because that's why I like soccer. I stopped playing soccer. I just got burnt out. It was too much. So just kind of be in
Yeah,
the moment and enjoy what you're doing, and then think about the future so you can work towards that. But also just remember to step back and be in that moment.
yeah. After a big win at is it still Savage Arena?
Yep.
Okay, after a big win at Savage Arena, what meal are you wanting after the game, or what places you want to go get something to eat at?
What meal? We get quite a few different meals, but pizza is normally our top one. I don't know if it would be my top choice every time. Usually, though, I'm just so hungry that like anything works. I like mozzarella sticks, and then I feel like pasta never goes wrong because it's just a nice little. You just
Yeah,
burn so many calories. Let's put them right back on. So I feel like we've Olive Garden's usually pretty good if we get that like catered. That's usually pretty good. But I could always get some ice cream.
yeah.
Any day of the week, I'm ready for ice cream.
Do you got any hidden skills or talents or some stuff that you do, hobbies?
Not any hidden skills or talents. I like to go hiking a lot. I'm like to be outdoors. You won't really find me in the city much. I prefer to go somewhere either the beach or like mountains.
Yeah.
Um, and then I don't know the usual, hanging out with the family. I got a dog that I love taking care of, so you heard her. She's here with me. So she's
Right.
like my little baby. But other than that, I mean, we'll do a bunch of stuff with the team. I like to go golfing. That's a good one. I'm not the best at it, but I do enjoy it. So, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, and we just thank you. We're spotlighting you for being a great student athlete. We just pray that God continue to bless you, give you favor on the court. May you be continue to be the best that you can be. May greatness continue to be radiant in your life, and may you touch whatever soul that comes in contact with you. And we just wish the best for you. We're gonna be rooting for you. You're gonna be record setting, record breaking, and y'all gonna have a great season, and just know that you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Lastly, before I go, I will be remiss. Can you give a special message for the next play, young ladies?
Yes, what up next play? I hope you guys are having a good summer and getting lots of work in. Can't wait to be with you guys next year. Keep on working hard and getting shots up and getting better every day.
Because I heard you're a great coach on the low.
I hope so.
I
That's
already
the
heard. I
plan.
heard about your coaching skills. Yeah. We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Sammy Mikonowicz.
Thank you.
Thank you.